Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hive. I hope you enjoy your best today. Today's video is about Survarium and what it is today and what it could have been if we followed some other concepts. Now, Survarium is either a game you love very much or you don't like it at all. It's the same with the maps in the game. We will dive deeper into the concept art from Survarium and see how maps could look different if the developers followed other concept art on their website. When I took a closer look at Survarium's website, I came across the media section and the concept art within it. I started browsing the pictures and I must say, some of them look very good and I would love to see some of those ideas into the game and make it a reality. While some concepts did make it into the game, like almost all armors that were shown, others did not make it in, and that's actually very sad because some of them were actually very good. Let's first start off with the map concepts and what made it into the game and what did not. First map that we will take a closer look at is London. Now, London is somewhat one of my maps that I don't personally like very much. The map features a giant glass building in the middle of the map, surrounding streets and underground passages to flank the opposing team. The map itself is not that bad, but I would like to see the map in a different setting, with some tweaks here and there. As you can see in the pictures, the map is somewhat desert-like and barren. The layout is quite simple, and there is not really something eye-catching into it. Let's take a closer look at the first picture. This picture represents the closest to what the map looks right now. Lots of sand and barren. It looks like some sort of desert vibe around it. The second picture looks like a bit more like a scrapyard to me. It doesn't feel bad, but it's not what I'm searching for as well. I think it will fit the game perfectly, but it's not my vibe. Maybe other people have other choices, but I think it will be off with a better scenario. Next pictures are looking closer to what I expect from the game setting. More grass and overgrowth, and some sort of bridges that connect to the building as well. These will also add to more variety to the map. I would love to see something like this as an alternate version of the current map. Next up on the list is Colony Bridge. I think this one stayed the most true to the original concept art that is created. I have not found art that is much different for what I see and play right now. This map is one of my favorites, and personally I find it very eye-catching. The surroundings of the map are also nice. When you go to the side of the map of the bridge and look around in the world, it's also very nice to look around and see how the world changed around you. Now, another map that hasn't changed very much, but also hasn't got a lot of concept art, is Vostok radio station. I think they just added this into the game to have a map dedicated by themselves and to the studio. As you can see, the concept art doesn't look different from what it is right now, or at least not so much. And I think it's just the image speaks for themselves. I move on to the next map. Chemical Plant also has not changed very much from the concept art. It's overgrown with nature and has a lot of blue substance on the side of the map. The building from the concept art looks nearly identical to what we see in the game. The concept from the broken bridge also looks present. Nothing much to say as well. Map is decent and fits the game very good. The Kurgan map also looks very much like the concept art that was originally created by the development team. You have the giant heart pumping underground, which is one of the nicest things I've seen in this game. You get the feels like the air is toxic and it terraforms everything around it. The giant crater in the map is also in the game. Slightly modified, but it still looks terrifying. Watch out, or you're gonna trip in it. Of course, the giant statue in the middle of the map is still present. Although its surrounding maybe looks a little bit different. Not very much, but it still has its differences. Like in the concept art, it didn't have any tanks or military surroundings, just trees or a broken forest. Now it's full of sandbags, trenches and military equipment. Next, Duga radar station. This one looks a bit different than some of the concept created. In the first picture you see parts of the radar station lightened up in flames, which is not present in the current game. We still have the electrical fields on the side of the map. This looks accurate to the end-game concept. I like this a lot and hopefully we can expect more weird stuff in the game. The tree is also right there. Also, the parts are still hanging on the antenna in the game, which in the concept they are still on the ground. I kinda like this concept part better than the endgame part, but it's not really game breaking. Another curious thing is this picture. Does it represent the abomination under the radar? In this game, it looks like a giant alien mushroom, but on the concept, it looks like some weird cells are growing on the walls and the ceiling. From the other maps, I sadly do not have found any concept art, or they have been changed so much that it's not recognizable to the pictures in the game. Except this one from school, which looks nearly the same as in game. Although some of them look very good, I hope they will bring some of these into the game. For the concepts about the armor, I told you nearly all of them are in the game, if not most of them are in the game. They look nearly identical to what has been drawn and looks like it fits perfectly in the game. Except there's a picture with somebody wearing a night vision, which I like to see in the game as well. What if they made a mode that everybody needs to wear one of those and use flares and flashes to blind the enemy sight? Let me know in the comments what you think about the concept art. Thank you for watching. This was Hive. See you in the next best. Bye.